What's up, everyone? Back here for another Monday video. So as you guys have seen, I've kind of transitioned away from making the Monday YouTube lives at 11 a.m. to making these pre-recorded videos. So let me know if you guys like these pre-recorded videos more. Let me know if you guys want to see more of the live videos from me. And then based on that, I'll be able to adjust the type of content. So number one is I want to give an update on the small account that I had started this year. So this year in 2023, I started off using a $35,000 account, okay? And my goal with this $35,000 account was to see how far I could grow it by the end of the year. Obviously, I have some big goals in mind. I would love to try to grow it to $1 million, but hey, if I only get it to $500,000, that's not bad either. So 1 week in so far, on the date of recording this video, and my $35,000 account is at about $64,000. I've been posting my progress on Instagram, so instagram.com/myinvestingclub, and I've been posting it on my Twitter account. So today was actually a really big home run day. I made $16,000 today, which is more than I made all of last week. So last week I made about $13,000. Today on Monday, I made about $16,000. So if all goes well, I should be able to double the account by the end of this week. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be posting my progress. And like I mentioned in the previous video, let me know if you want to see more trade recaps from me. Let me know if you want to see more trader view statistics from me. But let me know everything. I'm thinking about doing a monthly review. So far, it's been going really well. The market is on fire. There's so much opportunities. 2023 already looks like a better year than 2022 is shaping out to be. But hey, let's see what happens. So a couple things I want to talk about aside from the small account is I want to talk about Mondays, right? So I woke up today in the absolute worst mood ever. I just didn't feel like working today. I didn't feel like trading today. I didn't feel like doing anything today. I even considered taking the day off today. And it's funny that I say that now because if I took the day off, I would have missed a $16,000 day. So I want to kind of talk about why Mondays are so freaking annoying, right? So if you guys have been watching this YouTube channel for a very long time, you guys know that Mondays used to be my worst performing day. Monday used to be my worst performing day because I was so excited over the weekend to get back to trading, to get back to making money, that I started to have FOMO. I started to get into stocks way too early. I started to oversize on stocks way too early. And I led to pretty much blowing my load too early every single Monday. And it took me probably about a year of making these videos as like a video journal, a video diary to be able to get over that hurdle of Mondays being my worst performing days. Now it's gotten to the point where it's not my worst performing days. I just have so much fun on the weekends, relaxing, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, hanging out with my girl that, I've kind of lost the motivation and the passion to be so excited to trade, right? So early on in my trading career, I was so excited. And that's what led to me losing on Mondays. And now I feel like I'm just, goddamn, like another Monday. Like, why is it Sunday again? Like, shit. So for me, I've kind of had to adjust my mindset a little bit to kind of, be more comfortable with Mondays, to be more motivated by Mondays. Because for me, in the trading world, Mondays set the tone for the week. Monday, if you have a good day, it probably puts you in the good mood to give you that mental stability to be able to continue to perform well during the week. Whereas on the flip side, if you lose money on a Monday, it is very hard to mentally recover because all you're thinking about is how can I make that money back? So contrary to popular belief, Mondays are the most important days of the week as a trader because it will set your mental tone for the week. So for me, to kind of get over these Sunday scaries and get back to Monday is just reminding myself that, hey, you have a job where you could trade for 1 hour a day. So all you have to do is show up for that hour. And if you want to screw off for the rest of the day, if you want to relax for the rest of the day, at least put that 1 hour in. So I'm trying to rewire my brain and say, you know what? Yeah, Mondays suck. I don't want to work on Monday because Sundays are so fun and I love just relaxing. But rewiring my brain and telling myself, you know what? All I have to do is show up, work for 1 hour from 9:30 to 10:30, and then I could go relax for the rest of the day, that has helped me at least rewire my brain to say, all right, Mondays aren't so bad, because it's like you go to vacation and you're coming back from vacation. It usually takes you a day or two to get acclimated to what your routine is. And for the weekend, that's like a 2-day vacation for a trader, right? So it takes me some time to get acclimated into my routine again. And today, I was actually really, really happy because I had a freaking massive day. Had I just been a lazy bum and say, you know what, I'm taking the day off today, I would have been pissed because there was so much opportunities to make money. There were so many things to do that I would have really been even more disappointed in myself. I would have caused myself to have FOMO tomorrow and probably have led to having some bad entries. So Mondays are just annoying, but you have to find a way to rewire brain. If you're like me and you say, all right, Mondays stink, I just wish it was the weekend again, then tell yourself, let me trade between 9:30 and 10:30, and after 10:30, I'm gonna go relax for the day. Or if you're like me early on in my trading career, where you're so excited to trade, you're so excited to make money that you start getting into early, what has been helping me tremendously in this market cycle is I am not trading pre-market. I have pre-market trading is often geared based on FOMO. You have fear of missing out on that trade and you get in too early pre-market. So what I've been doing for myself personally is I've been giving myself a rule. Unless the stock is a very clear pump and dump, unless it is being manipulated very clearly, I am not allowed to enter pre-market. And I've set this rule last week and this week. And so far, as you can see, I'm making a lot of money doing this. So by avoiding the pre-market trading, by avoiding that FOMO trading, when the charts have formed, when the setups are very clear, when there's less manipulation happening, that gives me more of an edge. And that's how I was able to make a solid amount of money today. So today, my biggest trade was actually on this liquidation stock. Ticker is MMV. I already forgot what stocks I've been trading, but ticker's MMV. So MMV was a stock that was being pumped up pre-market. It went up to $14 pre-market. And if you were paying very close attention pre-market, there was a very big bidder slowly walking it up. And what you have to remember about trading, guys, is if you want to buy a large position in a stock or you want to sell a large position on a stock, you're usually hiding your size with something called an iceberg order. So most of the time, if someone is showing their size, whether it be on the bid or the ask, they are trying to manipulate it in a certain direction. So for example, in the case of this stock today, there was a very large bidder walking it up, walking it up, walking it up, walking it up. If I really wanted to buy that stock, if I really wanted to buy it, I would not be showing my size because then people will jump me, people will front run me, people will go over me. So what that told me is someone is trying to pump this stock up for an ulterior motive. Now, is that ulterior motive to make the stock look like it's up on the day and then start to dump shares? Or is that to trap shorts or whatever? Maybe, I don't know in the moment, but now in hindsight, with the stock down 70% on the day, we know that they were pushing that stock up to liquidate that stock, okay? So stock went from $14 to about $10 and it crashed. And my MIC process, my MIC strategy tells me that if a stock is broken, you can short the bounce. So when the stock bounced from $10 to $12, which was the VWAP, the volume weighted average price, I took my entry at $12 and now the stock is trading at $3.50, guys. $3.50. It collapsed. That was my biggest winner of the day. And that was a stock that I was not trading on the front side. That was a stock that I was not looking for the top. That was a stock that I let crash and shorted the bounce. Now, additionally, I also traded APGN. APGN, I actually lost money on this stock at the first trade. So APGN was a stock that was weak pre-market. And the same thing, my MIC process, my MIC strategy tells me that if a stock is weak pre-market, I will short the bounce at the open with a stop above the pre-market high of the day. So on this stock, I shorted 180, 190, and $2. And my thought process was, if the stock breaks above the pre-market high of the day of 220, my trade thesis is no longer active. My trade thesis is no longer active because at that point, it broke about pre-market high of the day, it got the money flow and started to ramp. So I shorted 10% of my size at 180, 10% of my size at 190, 10% of my size at $2. I had about 30% size at around 190. I set a hard market stop at $2.20. The reason why I set a hard stop is because if the move was going to happen, it was going to happen very fast and I would be a deer in headlights. How many times has the stock gone to your stop and you tell yourself, I'm just going to give it a minute to see what it does, and then it continues to ramp and ramp and ramp. And after almost 9 years of trading, my 9-year anniversary is coming up in February. After 9 years of trading, you must use hard stops. So I used my hard stop. I got stopped out at 220, lost about $200 on that trade. And then what ended up happening is the stock topped out. I reshorted with larger size because at that point, the trade was confirmed. And not only did I make back that $200, I also made an additional $900 on top of it. So that was just a lesson that I was wrong on my primary initial trade. I stopped out for a very small loss. And then when the trade thesis finally confirmed about 15 or 20 minutes later, I was able to use more size to be able to make the loss back because at that point, my trade thesis was proven correct. So overall today, I'm really happy with my trading. Had a really good entry on MMV today. Had a really good stop out on the other stock today. My small account is up about $30,000. So what is it, 16 about? Yeah, call it about $29,000 in about a week. So a $35,000 account is at about $64,000. And hopefully, maybe by the end of the month, we could finish at a $100,000 account. So stay tuned for the progress on that small account. Leave a comment with what you want to see more from me. Do you want to see more trade recap videos? Do you want to see more of these pre-recorded videos? Do you want to see more of these live videos? And I want to be able to provide the best value content for you guys on this channel. So hopefully this helps. A lot of good lessons covered today, a lot of good topics covered today, and I will see you guys back in the room for more mentorship. Thanks guys, and I'll see you.